Hey everybody, it's Lon Henry's How To's. I'm going to show you how to maintain and clean your restaurant exhaust duct and prevent a catastrophic fire. Now this can also apply to residential range hoods as well. Let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so this is my restaurant ducting system as you can see over here. So depending on where you live, there'll be sort of regulations based on cleaning. Now here in Australia, our insurance companies require us to do a professional clean once a year on the entire system. But these filters themselves, I usually do them every 2 weeks. So it really depends on how much grease you're cooking with and how much smoke, that sort of stuff. So as for professional cleaning, guys, it's a matter of taking all these filters out. So we'll do that first. I'll show you how to clean those. So guys, we'll be using commercial grade oven and grill cleaner. Now basically this is sodium hydroxide, caustic soda, lye, whatever you want to call it. And it's already diluted with water, so it's not 100%, I think it's 30%. Because guys, whenever you're using that, as you can see I'm wearing a rubbish bag on top of me to protect myself. Rubber gloves, don't use latex because this burns right through it. And safety goggles. Now when it comes to other things, I'm always taking shortcuts. I never wear earmuffs, I never wear goggles when I'm cutting wood. But when it comes to this, trust me. There was one time the actual spray went into my eye and for an hour I couldn't see anything. So safety first. So guys, basically we'll put the filter in the sink. Make sure you have a big enough room. Make sure you also have ventilation because you're going to find it difficult to breathe if you don't. I've got my spray here. I've just put it into a bottle. So all we're going to do is put on a spray function and just spray all over. And get the frames as well, get all over. Now usually I'll do this in about 2 or 3 times, so it depends how heavy the grease is. But you'll see how effective it is. So just let it work for about 30 seconds. Okay, so it's been about 30 seconds now. So guys, depending on how much grease is actually in there, I don't know if you can see in the camera, you'll start to see it start to bubble. If you put your hand towards it, you'll actually feel a tremendous amount of heat. This stuff does not like grease. So what we're going to do is using a high pressure water, we're going to spray it. And just look at that difference already. So give it a good rinse. And look at that, that's just from one spray. So we can go do it again. Just because we've got a bit on the sides too. You can use a scraper. So if it's being stubborn, just use a scraper. But let's give it another good spray. So guys, just in case you're wondering why I do it myself, so there are cleaning companies that actually come out every fortnight. They take these and give you new ones. Well, the thing with that is it actually costs a lot over time. Not only that, but you won't be getting your own filters back, you'll be getting someone else's. It's sort of like a swap exchange thing. Last time I had someone come in, I think it was about $40 each time. So I mean, that's already about $1,000 a year. And yeah, it's not a joke. And it's not that complicated to do yourself. So you can see it's starting to bubble here already. So I've just got a scraper here. Let's go over these stubborn ones on the sides. Now another thing a lot of restaurants do is they'll just put these through the dishwasher. Now you can do that, but the issue is that grease is going into the dishwasher. That dishwasher is going to start making all your plates grimy and dirty and greasy. And it's going to be just as bad to clean that. So it's not really necessary. Just have your cleaner, just have some hot water, and give yourself about an hour a week to do this, and it's all good. Okay, so that's after 2 sprays. Pretty much almost brand new when you think about it. And you can see all the grease still in the sink there. So you just want to tap on these a few times, just to get that extra water out. And dry it as much as you can before you put it anywhere else, just to get that excess water out. And we'll move on with the rest of our filters. Okay guys, so next what we're going to do is start working from the top to get that grease out from there. So most ductworks will have a channel that runs across here, as you can see. So that'll trap any grease that comes out or any water. So what we're going to do is start cleaning from the top, and then any water that comes out will come through that small channel over there, and we'll just collect that in a bucket. So always start from the top. There's no point cleaning here now because it's going to get dirty. Now as you can see at the top, it's not too bad. It's still clean from last year when I cleaned it. So it's just a little bit over here, which we'll use that acid again. Alright guys, so before we go bringing the acid up, we're just going to need our scraper like so. And the first thing we're going to do is try to scrape all this excess dry powder. Alright guys, so for the next part we're going to get our acid and just spray it all the way up there. And we'll give that a couple of minutes. And now just here I've got a garden sprayer, like one of those pressure sprayers, because we don't want a high pressure, we want a very low pressure hot water for this. So I've filled it up with hot water and pressurized it, of course. You can use a garden hose if you want, but it's just too much water then. We don't want to create a massive mess. Alright, so let's give it a spray. And just look at that. So you can see how clean it got already. And as you can see, there's little holes in the ductwork here, so excess water will just come out of there. That's why I said don't use high pressure, because we want a nice slow drizzle like that. That's easy to clean. So I'll just take the camera in for a better look. And just look at that. That half already looks like it's brand new now. So we'll just put some more down there and continue. So guys, the last company that came out to give me a quote told me it would cost $2,500 to do this. And that's $2,500 a year. I mean, when you're a small business, that really adds up. And it's not like that's going to make you money anyway. And a 5-litre bowl of this acid only costs about $10. And you just got to give yourself, say, 2-3 hours a year to do this completely. If you want to do it every 6 months, it will be easier. So the main pipe that goes up to the roof is actually just behind this frame here. So this is the most important area that needs to be cleaned, because if ever a fire starts, it will be around this area and it will shoot up. So guys, I'll just spray this side one more time, clean it one more time, just so I can give you guys a side-by-side comparison how much of a difference it makes. Alright, so let's spray with water one last time and get that excess grease out. So as you can see, it's starting to go clear now, so there's not too much left in there. Now while you are doing this, also make sure you keep an eye on the rails. Don't let it overflow, so that's going to be very messy. You can open the plugs now if you want. Alright, just got to catch my breath. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. So that's the side we just cleaned. That's the side we haven't cleaned. So you can see the difference already. So you can understand why I get pissed off when someone wants $2,500 to do this. So let's continue. So guys, as for the drains themselves, as you can see, there's a plug there. I've just got a long pipe here which I'm going to set into a bucket. So all we need to do is unscrew that. Now I can't hold the camera and do that because it might come out at high pressure, so I'll just take that off now. Alright, and there we have it guys. So it took me just a bit over an hour and a half. That's including washing all the filters. As you can see, I put the bucket over there so I can drain that side now, but also cleaning the wall too. So when you're doing something like this, always start from the top, because if you clean the wall and then clean that, all that grease is going to come down and ruin everything. So guys, that's one of the main ways to prevent a fire in a restaurant. Generally they are always caused by grease in the duct, because all it's going to take is a little spark to go up, and if the grease is hot, light it up and shoot all the way to the roof. and of course there's nothing you can do. So next thing to do is clean the stove. I already started from the bottom, but the top. Okay, I hope you like that, guys. If you want to see any more videos like this on how to do restaurant maintenance, just leave them in the comments and I'll try and get time to do them all. See you then, guys.